So, guys, I was just thinking after my morning sadhana today, and this thought just struck me. This is this Maslow's hierarchy pyramid that we had learned in economics in college. I had taken economics as one of my majors in my commerce college along with accounts and costing. So this was one of, and I think everybody is familiar with this, right? At some stage or the other, this Maslow's hierarchy of needs of a human being are discussed. So Maslow was one economist, and he had made this pyramid like a diagram where he said that there are various needs that need of a human that need to be fulfilled. So right at the bottom of the pyramid, he said, are your basic needs, right? Like food, clothing, shelter, reproduction, right? Second was, he said, was safety, like resources, like this basic need also of course includes money, so your further resources, health, security, social security. Third was social. So what he's third was social, which is emotions, relationships, love. Then above that was self-esteem, related needs, which is respect, achievement, status in society, social status. Above that, on top of the pyramid, he said, is self actualization or self fulfillment or self realization. So basically, what he said, that the basic needs are right at the bottom of the pyramid, and on top of the pyramid, as you keep growing up, as you keep evolving in your social status, in your economic status, this is the ultimate achievement, self actualization or self fulfillment or self realization, which which a human being typically achieves. Now, this thought just crossed my mind today that we also have a chakra system in our body, which are these 7 chakras, which is your Mooladhar or your basic chakra, then your sacral chakra, then your solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. Right? All these chakras represent various aspects of human behavior, psychology, health, everything. So these chakras are energy centers of this human body, which govern our entire functioning, our life, our belief system, our everything. So your basic chakra, which is called the root or the Mooladhar, it is right at the bottom, at the end of the bottom of your spine, which is basically the edifice on which the whole, basically it is the foundation on which the whole edifice of your building of your life or your body, your musculoskeletal system, your body, your emotional system, everything stands. That's the basic chakra, that is the root. So it's like how the tree, if the root is damaged, the tree will fall apart, right? The tree stands because of its root. So that's the root chakra. So that basically governs your musculoskeletal system. So all your heart related ailments or any musculo or all those ailments happen because of imbalance of this chakra. Imbalance, blockage, several reasons. Of course, karma also because of that. Second one is your sacral chakra, which is your reproduction. So this is related to it is situated in the reproductive area of the body. So it governs or controls or provides energy to the reproductive organs. So anybody having, and it is also creativity. So that is, that chakra governs that aspect. Your basic chakra also governs your wealth, your dynamism, your go-getter attitude. That very strong people with very strong root chakras are really dynamic, wealthy, prosperous, etc. Then comes your solar plexus chakra, which is situated above your navel and below your heart, in the middle of your body, in that cavity in the chest cavity basically. This chakra is your gut, where you feel your gut, oh, something goes wrong or something doesn't feel right. This is the chakra which gives you that signal, and most often this chakra is, so this deals with all the emotions of the body, your relationships, how you interact with people, all your stuff on the physical part, all your uh, gut related issues, stomach related issues are all governed by this chakra. So if you have a leaky gut, or you have some stomach issues or digestive issues, or that's somewhere this chakra has gotten imbalanced. Also emotions, you feel fear, you feel anger, you feel a lot of a whole magnitude of emotions is because of this chakra. So that is where your love, your relationships, your emotions get controlled and governed. Then is the heart chakra, which is where you kind of get heart is related to love, of course. So an enlarged heart chakra is where you can really radiate love, peace, happiness. Of course, all your heart related issues are also governed by these chakras on a physical level. Throat chakra, where all your communication, speech, thoughts, also higher higher creativity. So one, as I mentioned, this sacral chakra governs your creativity, and this is also governs your creativity. So this is the communications, throat chakra. If your creativity is good, if your thoughts, your communication is good, that's where all your throat related issues and that gets governed here. This is the third eye, which is the Ajna chakra, which is between the two eyebrows. That's the third eye. So that is the chakra for your self awareness. It is if you act, that's where all the yogic practices revolve around, to activate this third eye chakra, because only through this third eye chakra, you can connect with the divine knowledge, divine energies, and basically the entire divine knowledge can come down to you, or you can have this awakening or awareness or self-awareness, as you may call it. If your third eye chakra is opened, of course, that also at the physical level deals with your eye related issues, nose related, nasal issues, basically all are around issues located where the all the organs that are located around this chakra. So this is a very important to unlock chakra, to unlock your spirituality and your self-realization or self-actualization needs. And of course, the crown chakra, which is a Sahasra chakra, which is located right on top of your crown. That is your chakra from where the divine energies enter your entire chakral system, if the chakras are clear and there are no blockages. And that is the place from where your soul, if once this is enlightened, your Ajna chakra is enlightened, your soul can exit from here. So that is the highest chakra, which is your self, basically your life, fulfillment of your life happens here. Now, if we compare all this chakral system to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, they exactly corroborate and they match, right? So your basic needs, your basic sacral and basic root chakra, which is represented by red and orange colors, same thing. Your basic needs, he talks about food, clothing, reproduction, resources, health, security. Both these chakras provide you that. They are your basic needs. Second, solar plexus chakra. Then he talks about your emotions, relationships, and love. That yellow bar, your solar plexus. Same thing. Emotional, psychological issues are dealt at this heart and solar plexus. That's exactly what he mentions here. Your self-esteem, respect, achievement, status in society, etc. So these are psychological or emotional needs as per Maslow. And that's exactly what these two chakras govern. And then the last triangle that he says is self-actualization. Please excuse my handwriting. It's self-actualization or self-realization, where you achieve your ultimate goal of your life. self-fulfillment that happens to these two chakras. So I think all your economics, your science is all connected to our spirituality, and it is rooted in our spiritual systems. The chakra system was evolved, or which was formed, I think millions of years ago, thousands of years ago, our rishis, our yogis had discovered this, which Maslow later on, in some few hundred years ago, came up with. Yeah, so that's Sanatan Dharma.